Shabana Mahmood's appointment as the UK's Home Secretary following a cabinet reshuffle has ignited intense controversy. As the first Muslim woman and Pakistani origin MP to hold this pivotal role, overseeing immigration, national security, policing, and counter-terrorism, her elevation has divided public opinion sharply. While her supporters hail it as a landmark for diversity and merit in British politics, nationalists decry it as a risky choice amid escalating challenges like record channel migrant crossings and asylum backlogs. The backlash centers on her personal background, policy history, and potential conflicts of interest, reflecting deeper societal tensions around multiculturalism, identity, and national security.
Islam, my own religion, like a lot of practicing Muslims, my faith is the most important thing in my life. It is the absolute driver of everything that I do. I feel a very strong calling of my own conscience, and my conscience calls me to God.
Born in Birmingham to Pakistani immigrant parents, Mahmood has long emphasized her deep commitment to Islam, describing it as the absolute driver of everything that I do. This personal devotion has raised alarms among detractors, who fear it could influence her impartiality on issues like border control, Islamist extremism, and policies impacting Muslim communities. Concerns are heightened by ongoing debates over two-tier policing and grooming gangs inquiries, many involving perpetrators of Pakistani origin. Some argue her faith might lead to prioritizing community cohesion over rigorous investigations, especially given her past reluctance to support a national inquiry despite calls for accountability. Defenders, however, dismiss such views as unfounded prejudice, pointing to her British roots and proven track record in law and order as evidence of her dedication to the nation. Adding to the scrutiny are resurfaced statements from her earlier career that some interpret as divisive or anti-British. For example, she has voiced strong support for Kashmiri independence, labeling India's presence there an occupation, which has strained perceptions amid UK-India relations. She has also backed the boycott, divestment, and sanctions movement against Israel, participated in protests disrupting businesses, and abstained from votes to classify groups like Palestine Action as terrorist organizations. Critics highlight her opposition to deporting foreign criminals, signing a letter against removing over 10,000, including serious offenders, and her efforts to challenge the citizenship revocation of Shamima Begum as signs of leniency towards security threats. Although she has presented herself as conservative on immigration in interviews, skeptics question the sincerity of this stance given her activist history. Her tenure as Justice Secretary since July 2024 has further fueled doubts. During this period, she implemented early release schemes for over 1,000 prisoners to address overcrowding, a move marred by errors and labeled a significant setback. She also boosted legal aid by 10% for asylum seekers and immigrants contesting deportation, which opponents see as favoring non-citizens at taxpayers' expense. Softer sentencing guidelines for non-white British offenders and hesitation to prosecute social media offences involving hearty words have been criticized as biased, potentially undermining public trust in the justice system. With prisons and asylum processes under strain, her promotion is viewed by some as rewarding underperformance rather than addressing systemic failures. The timing of her appointment exacerbates the uproar, coming after Angela Rayner's resignation and amid Labour's declining popularity due to migration woes, with over 30,000 small boat arrivals in 2025 alone. Prime Minister Keir Starmer's decision to elevate her from Justice to Home Secretary while shifting Yvette Cooper to Foreign Secretary places her at the forefront of efforts to stop the boats and tackle terrorism, such as proscribing disruptive groups and reforming prisons. Yet failure in these areas could further destabilize the government, especially with by-elections on the horizon. Commentators suggest this could be a bold strategy to demonstrate resolve, but it risks amplifying divisions if perceived as prioritizing identity over competence. In essence, the controversy surrounding Mahmood's appointment underscores broader anxieties about faith's role in secular governance, immigration enforcement, and political loyalty. While her supporters see a historic opportunity for inclusive leadership, opponents warn of compromised national interests. This polarization, intensified by Labour's challenges, highlights enduring debates on multiculturalism and trust in the UK's evolving political landscape. As she assumes the role, her actions on key policies will likely determine whether the noise subsides or escalates.